What's poppin', everybody? We're back. Another live stream. Pick the odds, of course, for Thursday. Short MLB slate, but we have enough stuff to bet on. So we're going to find some positive EV, some arbitrage. Um, we'll talk some NFL as well. We have, of course, a bunch of prop lines out. I'll get to showcase you guys why you should be using Pick the Odds for CFB and NFL. I'll be streaming with PTO on Saturday morning. So obviously week 1 of college kicks off tonight, or I mean week 0 kicked off last week. But you guys know what I mean. With the actual good games, or I mean college again, all good games. So I don't know why I'm saying that, but I think you know what I mean. With some big CFB for Saturday, I'll be streaming on Saturday morning with Pick the Odds as well. But we'll kind of try to find some bets for Saturday now and see how those lines move. But of course, we'll do some pregame and live MLB, ARBs, and EV for what's going on right now. So we have some winners for right now. And of course, we'll find some value for the weekend. We'll get after it. But just doing my promo as always to get started to make sure that we get all the boys in chat. Chat's always open, by the way, so feel free to drop any questions, thoughts, comments. Always gladly appreciate it. Glad to talk games that you guys want to see and hear. And we're gonna find some ARBs, some plus EV, and it's gonna be an absolute hell of a time. So let's find some winners. One more quick promo here, live now. Post, boom. All right. Small slate. I'm going to look at the boosts we have across FanDuel and DraftKings, as we always do, to find some nice plus EV parlays. We haven't hit a beautiful slip yet, but we've come very close. On stream last week, we had the Vladdy Brandon Lau, but Vladdy got voided, so it ended up just being a plus 260. But I would love to believe that Vladdy would have came through clutch for the boys here. But MLB, no MLB parlay boosts or anything on FanDuel, at least for in New York. NFL, nothing they're launching yet. Let me see CFB. See what they got for CFB, if there's any. Why is it not showing me college? Am I just blind? Oh, there it is. NCAAF game lines. Why are they not bringing me to like the full screen? Am I just there we go. Let's see if there's any college football boost. We have a 50% profit boost for Nebraska Cincinnati. Looks like a little, I don't know if that's Barstool or what company that is. We have a 50% profit boost for CFB for any game taking place tonight. 1 profit boost token on any wager. Okay, done. Lock. We're taking a college football bet for tonight. Absolutely. So let's get into that. We have the 50% profit boost for Texas and OSU. We have a week 1 no sweat, 50% for Clemson, LSU. Okay, so we got a lot of college stuff. So, like I mentioned, of course, college football starts on tonight, but also Saturday's like the big real main slate. Of course, we want to get some value early and lock that in. But with that being said, if we want to wait until Saturday to block those in, we certainly can. Though we want to, of course, make sure we're beating the closing number. But the lines will be efficient, of course, and we are getting a boost. So maybe we do wait till Saturday, but we have on DraftKings a CFB week 1 no sweat. So that's cool. I'll opt in there. 50% profit boost on any MLB bet today. So we'll absolutely use that on DraftKings as well. When we guess $5 limit. Yep. Unfortunately, DK is not a fan of my action. A tennis no sweat. WNBA. SGP boost. We got a bunch of boosts to use, a bunch of stuff. So I've been spewing for way too long. Let's actually start some gambling. So we'll do a quick run through the EV screen to start and see what we find. I have the boosts again: 50% MLB anything, DK 50% college football anything for tonight. So we'll definitely be utilizing those, and we'll be finding whatever we can from an EV ARB perspective. Have this EV calc. Oh, we got some tennis too, so that's great. Let's see what we got going on. Of course, using the same filter I've been using since probably about like 2 months at this point. It's been really working so well for us, so no need to stop. And I'm going to pause and let's see what EV we could find pregame for anything. Live tennis is always tough to bet on stream, so This is already a beauty we're looking at right here, a over 3.5 team total at plus 140 with all these DVIGs. I'm going to pull up the book, but let's get these lines showcased. I want to see what the odds are and make sure that is there on DraftKings and see what we are getting from a value perspective here. I'm lagging a little bit. It's definitely on me. I went to 135 already, so this already moved, unfortunately. But there might still be value. I'm going to refresh PTO quick. Wi-Fi is not working in my favor right now. But on DraftKings, I just looked at the other tab. It's plus 135, so that did definitely move. Team total over 4.5. There's some value to FanDuel and some sport trades, but why are we being slow today? What's going on here? I literally only have StreamYard and PTO open, so we should not be lagging. My computer's been pretty good with everything all year long. This isn't helping. I don't know what we're looking at here. Still EV on the 135, which is not surprising considering it only dropped 5 cents and there was like a 7% EV. And just showcasing it is there on DK, that 135. The Rockies alternate team total. Obviously hilarious that their alternate team total is 3.5, but not in cores. And, the very bad Colorado Rockies. Going back to PTO, I might just go through. We have to go the old-fashioned way and just give it a sec to load here. I don't know what we're seeing here with some slow speeds, if it's a me thing or a PTO thing. But, of course, you can go through the odds screen and see what we can find. We have a live MLB game going on, so we could find something in there for sure. But no, we're lagging a little bit here. So let's mix it up and see if what's going on. It's definitely not on my end, honestly. Yeah, we're getting some big time. Like the stream isn't lagging at all, so that's why it's not on my end. If this stream was lagging big time, I would, assume it was me, but because we're not lagging, all right, there we go. Let's see, we got a nice little refresh there. Back to the home screen here. Let's go back. Let's do another EV run. Look like it was working there. Look like it was just a little hiccup. There we go. Let's get this test filter going. There we go. Okay, just a quick little lag spike, but we are back. It's Rockies team total over alternate. Jason Alexander pitching. If you can get these to load, that would be ideal. There we go. Market average 207. Not a lot to DVIG to there. But let's keep rocking. A total with 1.5K liquidity at Novig, which is pretty solid for Alcorn State and Northwestern State. Keep going. Some English Premier on Rivers. Try to find some stuff. Bet Rivers Northwestern plus 3.5 against Tulane. That's DVIG to Penny, Novig, and Bookmaker. I know Rivers is not like widely available, but plus 128 odds. It's plus 109 at Penny, 106 at Bookmaker, 106 at Novig as well. 120 at Unibet, which I would not think they're too sharp in CFB spreads, but interesting. Let's take a look at how this has moved. Because this could just be our first play of the day. I mean, just like that, we have some college football action for this upcoming weekend to sweat. Getting slow. If again, stream isn't lagging, so I'm curious where the lag is coming from here, because we're getting some slow times. But August 30th, so that is Saturday, Northwestern 3.5. Let's see if this is available at Rivers still, or if there's anything slow going on here. So we always do find things at Rivers, and 3.5 plus 128 is there. That is an alternate spread with the actual spread being 6. Gonna pass on that for now, but it does look like, again, 4.4% EV as an alternate line. Market average just moved again. Novig 107, only 410 liquidity there. So we'll keep rocking, but good to note. This Rockies, I wanted to look at the market here for this team total here of 3.5 plus 135. We got DVIG to Penny, Circa, Bookmaker. It went back to 140, as you just saw there. It was 140 before. So maybe a little bit of two-way action. Circa 115, Penny 118, 140 at Betway as well. Interesting. Let's just make sure and see if this moved to 140 like it said it did there. Yeah, 140. So this just bounced back and forth. When we looked a couple minutes ago, it was 135. Now it's back to 140. Or it was 140, went to 135, now back to 140. This is probably good. So I'm going to actually bet this. We'll track this in PTO, but I'm also going to take this on my phone here on DK. This is a worthwhile play. Hard Rock just moved a little bit as well, but this is off market here. So let's go back to PTO, share this tab, and let's get some tracking going. Rockies team total over 3.5. We'll lock that in. What's going on here? I think there's something's going on. It's just being a little bit slow, and I don't know exactly what the issue is here. Like I'm trying to click the link to share, and it's not popping up here. Maybe it's because that line isn't available anymore because it's a 140. Let's unpause and repause again. That could definitely be the instance here. Unpause, repause. Well, we have a nerfy, third inning under, actually right on first one out, top of the third for that Boston Live. We're not betting the 4.5, we're betting the 3.5. Yeah, 140. So this should be able to link. No, it's not letting me copy the link here. The link button is there, but normally when I left click or right click on it, I'm able to copy and paste the actual link, but it's not happening here. I don't know what's going on. It's not showing up there. It's not showing up here. Something's a little bit awry. There we go. There we go. Link is showing there. About time. So we were taking Colorado team total over 3.5. Already locked that in. Perfect. Plus, I'm writing it down just because bet tracking's still in beta. So I'm writing it down just to make sure that when we recap on Saturday, when we are betting, that we can talk about that. And I have to bet it on my phone because there's always these location issues. And that game starts at 2:10. So that's going to be fun. We're going to actually sweat some of that live together. So that's going to be nice. We're talking about a freaking Colorado Rockies over. So it's never going to be something that's, not sweaty. But team totals, Rockies. This is an alt line, yeah, because the real line is 2.5, 160. So I'm getting in, and we bet that there. Okay, perfect. Slow start on stream. That's my bad, boys. Let's pick up the pace and let's get after it. Haven't really made a big scroll down the board yet. We have a couple of boosts we checked out. FanDuel DraftKings want to take advantage of. Some Hard Rock. I'm not going to really be tracking Hard Rock because it's so under. It's not really widely available, though. You see some value. Coco, some Rivers there, some Live, some more Rice. It looks like Hard Rock for college football. They're hanging some bad prices. We're seeing some good numbers across the board here. Some very good numbers. I would definitely want to look at some NFL touchdown bets, not necessarily touchdowns, props, but definitely some touchdowns as well, and see where we can find some market prices that are off for week one. Of course, a lot of time for that to come to be, but team to score first, St. Louis 135. St. Louis at home, they got Michaelis going. Ashcraft looks good. Not a lot to DVig to. It's 127 there, so it's a 2.8%. I'm actually not going to bet that. Under 8 for this Rockies Astros game. Kyle Freeland going. Of course, we got the big man Jordan back in the lineup for the Houston Astros. Plus 105 at MGM, up to 110 at Rivers. That just moved. But that game starts really soon, so we're betting very close to post. But tonight, the over 47.5 at Rivers is even money. And looking at the rest of the market, we have some DVig to 2 exchanges, and of course, Bookmaker and Penny. Average odds 114. This is worth a track. Let's confirm that this is there. 1.8K of liquidity at Novig on this one. Let's see if this bet is still there. Even money, Akron, Wyoming, over 47.5. Total over 47 though is minus 109. Of course, in NFL, and I'm sure just in football in general, that is a key number. So maybe it's not worth a wager. Maybe it's not. Yeah, maybe it's not worth a wager. Um, Home runs, Ramon Urias 0.5 is a EV home run bet. Not seeing a ton. A lot of Hard Rock, which is just not really going to help the majority of us. It's under 8 is there. Ben Shelton tonight at FanDuel minus 118. Well, this is tomorrow night actually, but it's the Penny and Bookmaker. This is some EV already. 11 a.m. tomorrow. We're not getting any population here, so I'm not going to see what's going on there. Texas, Ohio State. I saw a tweet from probably not the most credible source, but just saying how like a lot of the action has been actually on Texas, but none of the necessarily sharp action. So probably nothing actionable there. But let's go to the odds screen. Let's take a look at what we have going on and try to find some boosts that we can utilize. We have the DraftKings 50% any MLB boost. We have the FanDuel 50% any college football boost. We'll try to find some action for that. I don't have props in my state, so unfortunately can't be riding a fun prop or anything like that for college football. But we can definitely find a home run bet here. So let's look at some of the pitchers on the mound here. D-backs, Brewers, Rockies, Astros. These games start in 20 minutes, so we do have a little bit of time. Pirates, Cardinals. Michaelis is terrible, but who on the Pirates is going to go yard off of him? Quantrill, Phillies. I mean, let's look at some of the totals here because let's try to find a home run prop. I'm already liking the a Philly to go yard against, of course, Kyle Quantrill, about 9.5 total. It's telling us all we need to know. So let's take a look. Try to find a home run prop at DK that we can use that boost on. We can look for 2, absolutely, and do a little bit of a duo with the boost. But if you only find one, that is more than okay. But JT Realmuto at plus 425 with the boost is like already a decent look. Definitely want to target some Phillies here with Cal Quantrill going. It's a Schwarber. It's probably, yeah, I was going to say 145 for a Schwarber off Quantrill. So that's nothing too amazing. What about a Harper smash? 250 with Circa at 230. That could be it right there. Honestly, that could realistically be like a look, which is already better than Circa. It's a little bit worse than FanDuel, but with the boost, it will be better odds. So even though it's a short slate, this is a very highly implied home run hitter by Circa, just like Schwarber was as well. But with the odds, this is probably like absolutely worth it. So I'm actually going to lock in a Harper home run for today. I'm going to put it in the slip and we'll see if it moves. It's plus 250. I want to find one more for the all-purpose boost so we can get a little 2-leg home run parlay going. But if you're straight betting, which you obviously absolutely could and should be doing, I'll honestly even go as far as like tracking this here because I think Harper home run is just good. It's good price to Circa anyway. But we're going to use the boost for a little duo here. And we could probably try to look at some of the guys that are like the usual suspects. Let's go back to the odds screen here and look at some of the other matchups with high totals. Will Warren, Davis Martin for the White Sox. Is this like an Aaron Judge just like smash spot here? I wonder what the odds are. They're obviously not going to be great, but we can see what it might be looking like here. Home runs, Aaron Judge. Plus 180, 185 at Circa, so not going to get it like a D-Vig right off the bat, unfortunately. Big G is smoking baseballs, so it could just be a Big G spot. That came off really wrong. It's not good to Penny, but it's good to Circa. And we're adding that boost there. That might be it, honestly. But I do want to actually go back to that Braves game because Nola is somebody who can get hit hard for the Phillies. We didn't look at any batters for the what's like a Matt Olson today. 295, so it's worse, but will be better with the boost. What games do we have? We have Marlins, Mets at home, decent weather in New York as well. Like it'd be like a Lindor or a Soto situation. I mean, these odds are trash for Lindor. Look at Soto. plus 300. Better, good to Circa as well. And we have some other like good teams going, like or good hitters. Like we can maybe go to this game. We could sweat this one live. We could sweat every AB. What's a Ketel Marte home run, 290, 320 at Circa. So we would get some value with the boost. I think it's Big G. I think we have our duo. We don't overthink it. We have Big G and we have Bryce Harper for home runs. We have better odds than Circa. Not better than Penny, but it will be with the boost. Just 5 cents off of Bookmaker, which I still really do think Penny is like a better source of truth. Or I mean, excuse me, Circa is even for home run odds. So let's lock it in. We're gonna add to the bet slip Gio Stanton home runs. We have Bryce Harper home run plus 250. We have Gio plus 270. 50% boost to 1793. I have unfortunately a $5 max, but I'm absolutely maxing that. Bryce Harper, Giancarlo Stanton. Still have not figured out the best way to show the slips on stream, but I will work on that. That is the DK boost of the day. 50% MLB. Harper, Stanton, very square, but also just two very highly implied hitters, not just from chart books as well. So not just like, oh, pitch mix, hit rate, any of that nonsense. This is what the market is kind of telling us for some of these big home run hitters. So let's lock that in. And I think Harper is just a better bet for straight as well. So boom. There we go. There's a beautiful MLB little parlay for us. 2 home run hitters, all found using Pick the Odds and comparing the odds to the market and seeing what we got. We're got 270 at DraftKings, 230.55 at Circa for Big G. And then again, just to go back to Harper really quick, just to showcase what we're looking at there to see Pick the Odds in action and why you should be utilizing it for the upcoming NFL and MLB season. 250 at DK, 230 Circa. Yes, better at FanDuel with the boost. It is better. Better than Penny, better than Bookmaker, better than Novig, better than Profit from a price perspective. So Harper it is. Let's look at some EV and see if we can find another straight bet. We have we're rooting for Rockies. If you guys are new to streamer, just hopping in. We did bet Rockies team total over 3.5 plus 140. We saw some EV. Maybe it'll be sitting here as well. But if it's at 140 or even 135, there is some EV as well. Is it alt TT? So if you guys want to sweat that with us, please and thank you. Alec Burleson to Circa, Novig, and Profit, 6-1 at FanDuel. This just popped up. This absolutely was not there earlier. FanDuel with the best price by a mile. Let's look at how this has moved because this could be a quick snag as well, and we'll confirm to make sure that this is still available. I actually look at my phone while this chart loads to see if Burleson's still there because this could be a quick play and track. No MLB specific boost on FanDuel for tonight, which is a little bit, annoying. Orioles tied it up, by the way. This game starts shortly. I'm looking on my phone, but this chart is refusing to load here. But batter props, looking for Burleson, 6-1. So it is there. This means he's confirmed in the lineup, this icon here, which is big for FanDuel, because FanDuel, they don't void if they don't start. So if he got any AB coming off the pine later in a game, it would not void. But this is EV. I'm going to track this. Don't mean to be just betting all home runs. It's just kind of for the boost. Of course, we want to maximize that, and that's just how it has worked. But betting this on my phone right now, Burleson, and we have that tracked. So there is a 7% expected value at FanDuel for an Alec Burleson home run, and we're in. Not looking only for home runs, like I mentioned, just like kind of how the cookies crumbled so far. Some tennis again, Hard Rock. I don't want to be like dying on the Hard Rock hill. Oh, Colorado first half money line there. Orioles tied that fish up. I know it went back down to 135. So we did get a good snipe at 145, though there still is 3.9% EV with this game starting in 13 minutes. So if you guys again hopped in, appreciate you. 1 and 2, we can ride that together here. We have a college football boost for tonight's game. So actually, let's go and do it the manual way. We'll take a look at, of course, I love showcasing everything PTO. It's been all baseball all summer because when isn't it all baseball all summer? But with college football here, Let's take a look at some of the functionality for the odds screen for college football. This boost at FanDuel is only for the games that are happening today. And as you see, we have NCAAF, we have, Colorado Mesa, Central Washington pick the odds. Quite literally, mission statement for them is to showcase and make sure you get the best odds on anything you possibly want to bet on, whether it be, obscure CFB teams, or will a team hit a home run or a grand slam, I should say, on the MLB slate. Whatever the bet is, PTO has. So amazing stuff there. But I'm going to pull up on my phone here college football so we can maximize this 50% boost on any NCAA FCS football game event that goes on today. So let's do it. We're going to stick to probably some of the bigger games like Ohio Rutgers. I mean, again, I don't have player props, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to try to find some EV on just something almost like normal, for lack of a better word. This total at FanDuel is 51.5 as well. I don't know why it's not popular. Let's click into it. You can find the odds anywhere. As you see, they have all the alt lines. And then even if only one or two books have it, they showcase it. As you see, get closer to the baseline per se, they start populating. Not sure though why FanDuel is not showing up now here, because on my phone I'm seeing it. My only thought would be, does it think I'm in Jersey? And that might be why, because you can't bet on Rutgers in Jersey, but that is not the case. Either way, though, it's 52.5. No, it's 51.5 minus 115. I'm looking at my FanDuel on my phone. Let's keep looking here, because we have a bunch of games here. We were looking at Wyoming before at on an alternate line on Bet Rivers, but with the boost, this actually could be a better bet. So we take a look at the spread here. We're looking at, it was Wyoming plus 3.5, which is an alternate line. Oh, excuse me, it wasn't Wyoming. It was that was for Saturday. I'm thinking of the wrong team. Confused myself there. But either way, if we do find value with alternate lines and we're getting a 50% boost, like that could be great here. Like 120 for Wyoming minus 4.5 today, which the line is 5.5. But it's only 120, and with the boost, let's see what that would be. Alternate spread, Wyoming minus 4.5 with the boost, it's plus 125. So that's like really by far the best price in the market by a wide mile. We could do like a little bit of like an alternate line parlay here. I don't really know much about the Akron Zips or the Wyoming Cowboys from like a ball knowing perspective, but from a market perspective, I mean, we're getting plus 125, which is much better than market average. Look at like that penny line, it's minus 119. So I'm keeping this in the slip for now, and let's go back to the odds screen, and we can do this just on a parlay, which we don't need to do, of course, but just like I have a $10 max, honestly, on my FanDuel, which is basically almost P1 limited, like for a $10 max bet, like, yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. But if you guys want to look at the boost from a non-fun perspective per se, you have clear market value found with pick the odds there. So let me talk you all. Let's still go to the spreads here. We'll look at what I guess the general spread on some of these games are. This boost has to be for games tonight. Some money lines on those big games are not even showing. Obviously, it's week 1, so there's not like some great games, but we got Nebraska, Cincinnati. So there's a separate boost for as well. Miami, Ohio, Wisconsin. Wow, it's really college football season, boys. So it really truly is. I know it started last week, and there's already some craziness that was going on with that game in Ireland. Basically, coming down to the wire on the total. And a little bit of an underdog winner there, if I'm not mistaken. That was a very short dog. And as you see, they have all the college football you can ask for here. Wisconsin, Miami, Ohio. Let's take a look at this. Might as well see if we could find like an alternate spread that has value from FanDuel to the rest of the market, like this Wyoming alternate line does. FanDuel the only one with some of these lines here. Some of these alternate lines. There we go. Getting closer to the actual number here. of 18.5, which is where the spread is at currently. So if we go to 17.5 plus 102, but maybe we want to lay it the other way. We're going to get value no matter what. So we're getting a 50% boost on things. We want to get like the most value out of it, of course, as possible. Even on the money line, like we're going to make it. It's 810, which is already much better than market average. And if you, of course, add the boost to that, that's going to be like a crazy. That takes that slip from, oh, it has to be. It's not letting me put the. Oh, is it straight bet only? I clicked into this too quickly because it did not let me use the boost on this dog here. Let me see if I get rid of Wyoming money 4.5 minus 4.5. If on the 810, it lets me just boost that. It does. Let me put another Nebraska. So, okay, it's not letting me parlay anything, which I guess is good to know. So we have an option here. Do we go with the, again, I hate saying this word, but just for everyone's sake, the safer bet, the plus 125 on the alternate spread, or do we get this boost to a Miami, Ohio money line in Ohio at home, I should say, against Wisconsin? Are they at home or they're on the road? They're on the road. A little, Big Ten, big time upset of an 18.5 point underdog winning on the first Friday. The choice is yours. This is like definitely worth like a sprinkle considering the odds. It is the best price in market by a mile. I'm gonna use my boost on that. But with that being said, the other best option to use your 50% college football boost on for like another straight. That's, again, hate saying the word safer, but like in the context, safer is Wyoming minus 4.5 alternate spread. It was 120, which already had some value. And then with the boost, it's plus 125. So just absolutely a positive expected value spot, undoubtedly. So yeah, no, that's fun. Best price in market. I mean, again, we can't really stack our we can't really stake what it is here with the check being in beta, but that would obviously not be like a full unit bet or anything like that, but definitely worth it. All right, so that's a boost there. I forgot what other boosts we have available to us. We'll go and maybe we can of course check some like live games what we have with this MLB. We got some more MLB starting as well, so we'll definitely be finding some bets. We'll look at some NFL for Sunday or for next Sunday as well. Try to find some early value. And again, if a lot of people hop in the stream a little bit late, I'm streaming on Saturdays, so we'll definitely be talking about some big time college football stuff then as well. Red Sox went and took the lead again. What's this money line here? Obviously, Crochet's on the bump, but yeah, it's 260. No shot. No shot. We used the DraftKings boost. FanDuel, nothing for MLB, but what else is on DraftKings? From a boost perspective, just maximize some EV for us. We have a 20% parlay boost on a profit boost on a 3+ leg parlay for MLB today. So we'll definitely be doing that again. Let's go find another MLB pick. Very short slate. We already looked at some of the stuff. Want to get like a 10-to-1-er just for the sweat and for the fun, though. Of course, whatever we can get, we get. But let's see what we can find here. With this game starting so quickly, we're gonna just keep ourselves to these later 3:45 games and later. Already intrigued by the Braves Phillies. We have some stuff on Harper. We already bet, but I'm curious what like maybe some RBI props could look like for some of these guys and see if we can get some value on DK with this boost. 150 with the boost would be EV, though there's good EV already at Rivers at 107. And look at this split. Look at this whole percentage on Caesars. 105 to the over, 200 to the under. Disgusting. I think it's been hot, man. 200. Best price at Novig. Value on the under. It's 189 as we're looking at it. We already have action on Harper. FanDuel actually best price here on Schwarber RBI. That's actually pretty solid, 105. I'll have to look at RBI, but I am curious here. Like Trey Turner, yeah, he obviously batting leadoff there. Let's look at runs scored. Turner's probably 160. It's Michael Harris. 125. I mean, with the boost, that is going to be a good look there. Market average 114. Gotta find three. It could be SGP, but we got 3 games to choose from or 4 games to choose from. So we gotta, can't be going too crazy. Let's go to the Yankees here. We didn't bet any Judge, but Judge run is minus 190. What's a ribby plus even money? Minus 105. Plus 105. Market average 103. So there is some EV from the get-go there, albeit very small, but with the boost. So we're going to do a Aaron Judge ribby. That's one leg. We need to get 3 of these. Let's go to this Mets game because there were some Mets that I was definitely intrigued by. Like what was Soto? 140, 155 at MGM. That's probably a good price, honestly, for a Soto RBI. Where's Mr. Alonso? 105. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I kind of like this 125 here on the under at MGM. Augustine, let's flip the script here. 170. I mean, that's a good price in and of itself. Though 176 at Novig with more liquidity. Lindor, not like an RBI guy either way, but worth looking at. Nimmo, 130. So there are some spots that are worth it. I think if we're going to do anything, we might as well stick to Soto. It's the same principle. It's 143, 140 with the boost. So I'm going to add Soto to this slip. We're getting some EV from the get-go. And it makes sense. So we have Soto, we have Judge. Some square slips we got going on with some of the names that we have, but we are finding some EV, so we're not going to be complaining. And Braves Phillies, let's round it out with a play from here. Let's look at some of these other markets as well. It was an HRR for JT. Minus 145, really? I mean, I know Cal sucks, but like, is JT Daly that guy? 125 for Olsen. He's a high implied home run hitter today from Circa, if I wasn't mistaken, right? Yeah, 300. What's a ribby then? 150. So again, very similar situation. I think we're going to go with Olsen, and that's it. 151, the average went down to. So it's going to be better than average with the boost, which is always great. It's always like the goal of what we're trying to do is try to get, positive expected value to the market. Where's 109 ribbies? I didn't even realize that already. God damn. Olsen, 150. So this is a 1356, makes it the boost there. I just locked it in. So Aaron Judge RBI, Soto RBI, Matt Olson RBI, 3-legger, all found via Pick the Odds using the odd screen to find the best prices in the market, and then of course maximizing that with the boost. We have I'm not gonna say like that was a force, but like with that being said, it's a small slate. We are having some fun here. And we're trying to capitalize, especially if you have like limits like mine, unfortunately, on some of these books where you're not getting down nearly what you want to be getting down on for some of these boosts. There's nothing you can do. But let's look at some NFL because 'tis the season. Did a lot of NFL talk yesterday. Shout out to everybody who's here now that was listening to that yesterday. Did some prop overviews. I don't have a ton of like new thoughts. I didn't like dive into the board and think of it any differently from yesterday. So nothing that's like I don't think I have any like new opinions or anything new. Orioles making a comeback there, or a run, I should say, to tie it up again there. Let's go to the National Football League, of course. We'll look at it from a more of a prop perspective because that's like something, of course. Okay, I might as well go to the spreads first, but like obviously, we have the game lines that are intriguing, but like the props, like being able to, like I think an underrated feature, I should say, of Pick the Odds is how good it is for player props because they have odds on everything across all these different sports books. And like if you are trying to pick off some of these, less efficient markets, especially with the boosts, like we've just watched us do and we did together right there, it does make it a lot easier to do that. So, um, yeah, absolutely. Um, let's see what we can got here. All right. Cowboys Eagles. I haven't looked at this at all, but let's see if we can find some EVs just from a prop perspective. Just looking at the market. Of course, there's a whole week for this. Assists, because we have, look at this, every single thing you want right here. And definitely have to go back to my EV calcs in the next day or so to make sure that we are properly devigging what we want to see. But here's something I want to know if it's here or not, and that's exactly what I was looking for, first touchdown. Just that this is more curiosity, and again, showing a case in PTO. I doubt we find something worth betting right now, but I am just so curious. CD 10-1, Pickens, Fanatics with the best prices here, 17-1 on this first TD. I mean, that's already like a good value, though. I really do want to know which book to start devigging from for first TDs, because in your filters, this is for in the EV filters, you can create your DVIGs entirely for every single market. So if there is a better one, Pickens, George Pickens, so many guys, of course. Let's go to the usual Saquon, 450. Horrible. I remember last year in Saquon's first game with the Eagles over in Brazil, he was like almost like 7.5-1 or something like that, and you never saw that price again, and that was a smash last year. And I'm sure there are going to be boosts. Like, this is why I don't really want to lock in anything for now, because I guarantee you there's going to be a first touchdown boost or a 50% boost of some kind at all of these sports books when we get closer to game time. So they definitely think there's, I mean, of course, you're not going to be able to get more. Why I see 0 for B365. I am not a 365 user because it's not in my state. So if it's not showing up, they don't have the odds. But for my view, if it's better for you guys, let me go to my settings here and I'll get I can select the order of the sites. I have B365 down to 15 here. I'll move them above Rivers for you guys. And I'll try to get you guys to be able to see some more. So I moved it up early, up for the odds screen. So we'll go back here. So now they should be getting, or yeah, we see B365 here. Why is nothing showing for a spread? That is a good question. Maybe it is a data issue. If it's up on the app that you're seeing, or not Cowboys -6. I want Eagles -6. Cowboys are getting the +6. Yeah, no, B365 not showing up. I don't know if they just not updated, but or if they just don't have the odds listed, because we are seeing, as you see, 0 for the B365 across the board here. If the odds are up there, I would just assume it's a brief little, blip in PTO, and they'll be having them up again shortly. Let's go back to, because again, I don't want to lock in a bunch of, maybe some more props we could lock in on some other books, but like a first touchdown or anything that's like a big plus money fun bet. Not worth locking in now because of, like I mentioned, we're going to definitely get boosts to maximize there. So it is like a little tit for tat of like getting in the value early versus waiting for like the boost, though it might be worse price potentially, but with the boost could be a better price. Weekly conundrum, honestly, but worth thinking about a little bit. But okay, here's an interesting market. Most rushing yards for this. Obviously, everyone's in love with the cross scheme merit. Only FanDuel showcasing this market now. JD5, 280. I was going to say, for some reason, JD5 is like worse, but Eckler at 15-1. I know Eckler is definitely not get a ton of rushing attempts. That is interesting to me. Tyrone Tracy, the favorite, not surprised, because I talked about this on stream a lot yesterday, so I'm not going to talk about weight too much more. But especially early in the season, I think Austin Eckler is going to be an absolute stud. He has all the coach speak in the world. Everyone, they're raving about him. He's healthy. Bill, the rookie Bill is still, of course, a rookie. with nothing proven. I know obviously they traded B-Rob and they clearly have faith in him, but I don't think he just takes over like that. And they kind of run Eckler into the ground a little bit before handing those keys over. Debo his first team TD. I was gonna say I went first. So I feel like those odds are a little short. That makes a lot of sense. 11-1 at FanDuel. I want to look at though Eckler. 12-1 at DK. Like, am I going against everything I'm saying by just betting this now? Because I like Eckler for everything in this game. I like him for first. I like him anytime. I like him over rushing and receiving. Anytime TD, Eckler 230. So DK is not giving me any respect. But let's compare to Ja'Cory, or Bill, as we should call him. 320. So they are still getting Eckler the respect there over him. What's the GOAT JD5? 160 naturally. I remember when those numbers, like last year, first game I had a JD5 2+ TDs. There was 2+. And that was like crazy odds. And it's one of those situations we'll never really see those again. We did catch him a couple of times, especially when he was injured and banged up a little bit, but no. Jaden Daniels, anytime tutty. He's going to be scoring a lot of them. Of course, he scored in preseason as well in his one lone drive. Debo anytime, 200. But yeah, the one thing I am highly intrigued by, and like I want to put more action on early is Eckler rushing, receiving, Eckler anytime, and Eckler first. Where is rushing plus receiving though? There's passing plus rushing, scrimmage yards. There it is. Eckler, I think it was 42.5. I saw maybe 43.5 yesterday. Oh, wow. It already went up to 44.5. It was definitely 43.5 yesterday. It was definitely also available on DK, as you see, minus 103. It's at 49.5. So somebody was watching stream last night or something moved, because this was, I think it was at MGM actually, but it was absolutely 43.5 standard, minus 115 each way. So maybe I am sleeping at the wheel here, but I'm all in on Eckler. And honestly, at this point, like I'm gonna there's no point of tracking a PTO because it's not there yet. But I don't want anything to move. I love Eckler anytime touchdown. I am betting that early. Eckler anytime touchdown score plus 230 at DraftKings. I would be surprised if we don't get any value there at the end of the day, honestly. And if they don't move, I'll gladly cash that. But let's go to Chiefs Chargers and see what some of these prices are. Again, there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to be giving out massive, massive boosts for these two standalones, as well as the first Sunday, as well as the first Sunday night, and of course the first Monday. So don't really want to be like over betting on any touchdowns or plus money stuff like that, because I think we will get, I know we will get some opportunities to boost some stuff up. Also, like, who's scoring touchdowns on these teams? Like Isaiah Pacheco, and 210. I feel like there's a little bit of like almost like disrespect per se. I know they love Hunt at the goal line, 370. But of course, they are projecting Pacheco to be like the back again, which is of course a probable likely bet to make. Let's flip over though. Let's look Lad. All right, Bovada, best price on Lad there for any time. Rice isn't playing. What am I clicking on? PointsBet still is trying to get some Rice action. Naturally, something I think they would do if they didn't even think they exist anymore. But Hampton, this is where I wish there were unders, man, because I would definitely be looking to fade Hampton in his debut against the Chiefs. I know Brazil is like probably a better scoring environment, but this is where I wish there were some unders, because I absolutely where are we seeing an under here? Stake. I would assume though that Profit and Novig, when these markets become more prevalent on there will be unders. And actually Kalshi, they're dropping NFL spreads for trade and anytime touchdown props. I don't know if the anytime touchdowns are up yet, but I know they plan on doing it. If you guys aren't on Kalshi though, promo code BetSmart to get started. we could have a whole I could spend a whole hour honestly probably talking about some of the prediction market stuff going on in the space because it's very interesting and there's like a lot of new ways to get down now with of course I know Kalshi, if you guys are in the know, this probably isn't news to some of you guys, but to the ones it is news for, you can fully bet on NFL sides and totals in Kalshi. Some of the stipulations are there are going to be no pushes. So it's always going to be like -3 or +3. Yes, no contract. But it's not just going to be trading futures. You can trade spreads. There's in-game wagering. You can also see like the liquidity and the amount that is being traded as it's happening. So you can like very easily, of course, with the fees considered, like get in and out of positions live. And they're going to have, again, like anytime touchdown props as well, some other props as well. So if you guys aren't on Kalshi, promo code BetSmart, definitely recommend giving them a look because it is a very interesting way to go about getting down. So I really would recommend taking a look at Kalshi and use promo code BetSmart if you do. They have some really interesting stuff going for this NFL season because, like, right now, I want to bet an under here. Like, I really think this is mispriced. And actually, let's go to settings here. I just want to see if Kalshi is available here. I feel like they are. I feel like I remember seeing Kalshi. Yep, here they are. I'm pulling this up high now because we're absolutely going to be utilizing some Kalshi. I'll put it. Well, let's get Circa back to 3, BOL 4. We'll Kalshi 5. So we have quite a more like sharper books up front here, and then we have the Rex for the content. We have the exchanges that I love for the odd shopping. Some more rec books again, just for more of the content as well. But I want to see Novig pop up a little bit higher, so I'll put Novig. Let's do some little bit of a housekeeping quickly. Give the two well-known rec books, obviously, just for everybody's ease. Always launch up every time you can, of course. Some other rec books that are available while they're available for the boys. Keep those up as well. But Fanatics, it doesn't really matter. But there's what else I want to see. Where's Bet Openly? I want them higher on this list. Here they are. Yeah, let's move Bet Openly up. Also, promo code BetSmart if you want to get started with Bet Openly. Another amazing exchange, really low limits or low VIG. Don't limit bettors, good liquidity at times. Really great product as well. Also, they do some parlay stuff that you can fade parlays, or the house parlays they have are just so much of a lower hold percentage than you would ever get at a sports book. So a little bit of a pitch on the industry over there. But let's go back to the Anytime Tutty because I do want to see what Kalshi is. If they are showing a no price for these on Kalshi. Anytime TD. So nothing on Kalshi yet because I know it's not. I know it's confirmed they are going to be offering it. Player props and touchdowns, but I don't know if it's confirmed that they exist currently. Let's look at like rush yards and see if Kalshi. These are all yards. So let's get to the closer to like the baseline odds here. It's alternate over Javonte Williams. So where are we? Did I miss it? I must have. Or who is that? Who's even is Jay Williams? Rushing yards. Oh, it's Javonte Williams. Yeah, he went to the Cowboys. I forgot. So okay, Kalshi not showing because they're just not up yet, but they will be. Sorry for a little digression there. Anybody else who I really am like in love with to start and I might want to get value on? Like we just bet the Eckler touchdown. Like that is like confirmed and locked and loaded. Titans, Broncos, Seahawks, Niners. Like of course you look at some of the usual suspects, but this could be a really great way to be finding some value for all of these bets here. Bijan, like bro, already it's week 1 with this shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Is Bijan probably scoring a tutty? Absolutely. But I don't know. This is where I need my no prices and go back on my my little spiel. Even Bucky. I mean, I do think this would be a higher scoring game. What's the total? FanDuel going all the way down the prices with the total here. Total Total really 47.5, 47. Of course, if you're betting the over there, you want that 47, but that under 47.5 minus 110 at FanDuel is best in market. I'm on the Falcons money line already. Let's see what that moved to. Circa's got a plus 124, so I'm actually looking like some negative EV spot because I got a plus 120. If you want to ride with me, you can wait or get in at this 120. Same price as me at ESPN, but I did get it in Falcons week 1 plus 120. And also Chiefs. I bet minus 155, so 156. That price is still available. Some EV at FanDuel. 1 cent off. Obviously, the cents add up over the long haul. Good amount of NFL talk. We're going to do another EV run, try to find some more bets. We have the boost locked and loaded. We have a couple of straight bets, small sports slate. So, nothing we can complain about here. Orioles did go ahead and tie it, and they now have second and third against Crochet. The Brewers cock on early, and the Astros tack on early. The Pirates as well. Good thing we didn't bet that Cardinals team to score first. So some runs early in the game. We have Rockies first five. Not first five, full game over 4.5 runs scored. Or 3.5. We could definitely probably get a good number there. But let's see what kind of went down here. Play-by-play. Just had some classic Milwaukee. Let's see. Sal Frelick. Suns one. Sal Frelick dinger. That's how they got it going. Let's curious how the other games broke down the way they did. Is it a big man bomb? Or is the big man even playing today? We had a Altuve and Walker. Okay. And the Rockies, of course, are not doing anything. Did they get anybody on base in their first inning? No, they're going down in order. Rockies are going to be a sweat to the end with such a bad team. Hopefully they can run into one pitch. And then Pirates. Who did it for the Pirates? Not showing yet. Okay. Let's see, though, if we can find some value here. Some live quickly. Pitcher strikeouts live. This is something I really do like to look at. Michaelis under 2.5. Not seeing anything there worthwhile. Ashcraft. He's not showing on the board just yet either. Okay, let's do an EV run. Then we'll probably call it a day for today. Got some things to do, but glad to get on stream for an hour and get some good content rolling for the boys. Pause and see if we can find another straight bet to utilize here. Over 10.5. No, thank you. We got plus 240 with EV. Rockies plus 3.5, plus 105 at ESPN. This is probably still there. Let's see what we could find. This might be worth it. Might be a Rockies day. Obviously, Freeland's pitching, and that's not something you want to see. Something went wrong into the bet slip. That's no bueno. Lagging entirely. ESPN is always so slow for me. But Rockies was 10.5 plus 105. It's still there. It's a 6.8% EV to pick the odds, so I'm going to actually track that. It's the best price in market by a pretty good margin. Little live action, just like that. We're in. Some tennis. Western, that's who I was thinking of earlier. But that's all on the 30th, so wouldn't have counted for that boost in WNBA. I'm getting killed on some early WNBA, so I'm not gonna look at that. Plus 550. What's the odds of Penny and Novik here for Shintaro? It's plus 438 market average. This is really best price of market. This is absolutely worth a play. Let's go. I'm gonna see if I can get the DraftKings on my phone more quickly than it loads up here, this link, or I can click right here. What am I doing? Plus 550. Oh, it's first set. It's moneyline first set. I actually like that more, just because So less of a long sweat for my liking. He's plus 1,300 for the entire match, but money line listed set first. What are we looking at from an EV standpoint? 3.8%, saying $9.09, assuming you bet $50 a game, which we're doing just for simplicity's sake. Okay, cool. That's locked and loaded. This is for tomorrow, plus 105. Market average 107. I don't know what this book is, but that's best price. All right, so some stuff here. A lot of live tennis, a lot of Hard Rock. Which, if you guys have Hard Rock, please take advantage of some of this EV. Screw Wisco, Miami, Ohio to the moon tonight, plus 810. Don't at me. Minus 160 moneyline Baltimore. It's a 2-2 game. Is that really the odds? I feel like that doesn't make sense considering what Boston was pre-game and also when we were looking. Yeah, this is just wrong. I was gonna say that makes no sense. Glad to see I'm not tripping there. Total WNBA, it's early total, first half, first Saturday, down to the 1.9%. Of course, these lower EVs can add up, but I think that's what we're going to call it for it today. So I'll go over what we have bet so far. I have it written down, but we'll look at the beta bet tracking as well. For some of the fun slips we have, some of the boosts that we use the DraftKings 3-leg parlay boost. We have Judge RBI, Soto RBI, Olsen RBI. That's 13-1. We have for the DraftKings 50% boost, Harper home run, Stanton home run. And for our bets we have today, so we have Rockies plus 3.5. We bet that live 12 seconds ago. We have a Burleson home run. We have Miami money line with the FanDuel boost, college football boost, and we have Bryce Harper home run. So just a small slate. Not a ton. Of course, we have some college football tonight, but like not a ton of this like overall value to be had with a smaller slate. I mean, there's a lot of EV out there. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just from a perspective that we're looking at. Not like a lot of things to lock in for a street, but if you are using Beat the Odds and betting EV, you have your calcs, you have your filters, your customization. You fly through it and you bet whatever you want to bet. So I'll be streaming tomorrow with props.cash, but also streaming on Saturday morning for the first week of college football using Pick the Odds to maximize some of your guys' returns, use some of the boosts that we have offered, and find some winners for the CFB slate. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys over the course of the next 2 days. So